Wait, is this on? It's working now? It is! Mate. I'm a technical genius. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just thought, let's just load it up. I've got nothing to do. I literally have nothing. I'm struggling to find things to do. It's official, though. I'll be leaving London very soon. And yeah, thanks for joining me. It's a random Monday. Yeah, unemployed. A month into a mortgage. I know, mate. But it's good though, you know. It's progress. Stuff's moving forward. I've handed back my London card. I've had to officially pass that back to the City of London. I'm no longer a geezer. I'm going to be out in the countryside, living, hopefully, living well. You know. I hope you guys are all doing well. It has been a long time. My hands have been tied up with paperwork, boxing things up, selling stuff, handing things out, saying goodbye to people I'm not going to see as regularly as I currently am. So I do apologise. I kind of just smoke bombed out for a while. But yeah, I have nothing to do, so I might stream every day. I don't know. But yeah, cheers for joining us. We will be doing a captain's game tonight. I will be playing a lot more games as well. So yeah, you can look forward to watching me kind of fuck up. It's been such a long time since I've played. I am going to be a bit of a helmet, I feel. Or I'll just be glorious like I always am, you know. Remember to stay humble. Oh dear. Hopefully the mic's all balanced out and you guys can hear me. If you're having problems hearing me, I can obviously mess around with settings and stuff. Z-Boss, thank you for the follow. 30 days ago, Jesus. That's how long I haven't streamed for, 30 days. And I miss this. This is good fun. And we're going to have some good fun today. The game should start in about 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It should be good. We've got a lot of new players as well. And if you are a new player, like Bitsy, for instance, let me just tell... I should probably advertise the stream because there are lots of people that are new that might need... Or want to ask a few questions about what we do and also what we don't do, you know, why we don't red belt. That's kind of important. Here we go. Let me just pop this into the Discord real quick. How has everyone been, by the way? Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope there hasn't been any major issues or any kind of major negatives going on. Obviously, the football's on. I have very limited football chat, by the way. I know some of you might be fans, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Apparently, England have a good team, but we're not playing very well. That is the limit of my understanding of what currently is happening. Yeah. Let me just type this into chat real quick. For all the newer players, I will be refereeing. So pop in if you need any questions. Why are we shouting in a normal game? It's a very good point. It has been a long time. It feels like forever. It actually hasn't been. It's been a month. So yeah, we've got some new players in. Is it true? Jimmy 50 just doesn't build defenses? Is this the meta now? Have we moved away from, you know, threat farming and fighting the bugs? And actually now we're seeing just this really quick rushed route to a fast, very well built, speedily built base. I don't know. I have reservations. It's probably the best way I can put that. No more 20 rocket game. We loved them, didn't we? We loved sitting around for hours and hours and hours. And a few more hours just to watch Carl build another rocket, knowing they could have won the game 10 rockets ago. No, we want to send 100 rockets. Today, I think... Wait, let me shout this just to keep thematic. Today, I think... need to remember how to play. Hey mate, how's it going? Yeah, it's been wild, man. Like, I'm really looking forward to the end of this year. Like, in terms of like moving into the new place, setting up like a proper streaming room. So yeah, I quit my job. Well, I had basically loads of leave. I had loads of holidays, so I've just taken 3 weeks of holiday, and then I'd be leaving my job anyway. So right in the plums. That is one hell of a nickname. I'm very glad to have you with us. So yeah, for those new guys in, I bought a house. I'm moving into it very, very soon, and I'm leaving London. I've handed back my London ID effectively. So yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna crank up the adverts to 1 million. I was joking to Runebogler saying like, what I need to do right is just turn the adverts on to max and just use it as a way to like gain some money. So making moving is a bit easier. But I'm not going to do that. We all know that I'm not here for subscribers. It's not why we're here. We're here to have some fun. Hopefully have a bit of good chat. If you're new, feel free, please type into chat if you have questions about what's going on. I am Ghosty, also known in-game as OG Ghosty, and I'm here to watch ads. Jesus. I can crank them up if you like, but there's no way that can be an enjoyable, do you know what I mean? Like 1 of 16 or something. That's terrible. So we're getting... Yeah, so we'll get started on the hour mark, which is just turned. It sucks because I don't want to blow this game up, but we all knew that we were taking a 20-minute break in between the games. And yeah, do it, man. Yeah, do it. I've been... What's new? Yeah, we've had loads of UI and stuff added in. Like the evolution of what is basically a free game mode, and the amount of dedication and like professional iterations of watching things develop. Honestly, it's really impressive. You know, I reckon that more love goes into this game and this game mode than some AAA titles that get released for like money grabs. You know, like TikTok games and all that jazz. So, yeah. Should we let this game continue? We have advertised the game to start on the hour, though. We always get into this. Like, this game has 3-4 players up north, 3 players on south. They're all quite new. Yeah, let's reset the map. I'm starting to get pot noodle ad, boys. It's scaring me. I've been algorithmed. I'm getting pot noodle ads, and do you know what's really scary is I'm getting those incontinence for men. You know, like the tenor for men. This guy, it's terrible, mate. He walks from behind the counter and he says, leakage. And I'm like, no, I'm not that I haven't landed in that algorithm now where I'm like, I'm going to get funeral services like put through my door. And have you thought about what happens after you die? Like, fucking hell, lads, I'm still kind of young. I'm not old yet. But yeah, so... what's the map reset command again? Yeah, it's little things like, I've forgotten the map reset command. I remember vaguely that we got up here to do, obviously, special games like captain's events, etc. So, all that stuff I remember. There's just little things. Well, cool. We can send the whole server to a different address. That's cool. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm about to be hated by... Oh, we've done it, boys. We've blown it up. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. It is honestly a little bit funky. Well, unemployed isn't the right way to put it. I took the final remnants of my holiday. Have I just killed the server? Hello? Oh, no, we're good. We are. Just got some people joining all at once. Freeze players. Boom. Okay. So we'll get this going on, and then I'll explain what's happening. But I've quit my job because I have 3 weeks worth of holiday to take. I've taken all 3 weeks so I can just get moving, done and dusted. Oh dear. So I am unemployed. It's weird, mate. I've never had this much time to myself, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, I'm going to the gym a lot, and that feels good. And I'm trying to get out of the house, out of the flat, every now and again. But yeah, like, genuine, I think I need to get like part-time work just to keep me sane. Like, go and work at McDonald's or something. So yeah, I'm going to stream a little bit. I'm also going to play a lot more too. And I want to make some videos about the game mode. I've got a couple of... Oh, here we go. Everyone's coming back in. All right, well, let's wait for people to... And we'll fire it up. Yeah, well, the thing is, there's still lots of paperwork to do, lots of liaising with the new... Why am I blue? I was green too. Oh my god, this needs to be changed. I'm going to be honest. I needed to take this time out. I am seeing some friends that I won't be as close to anymore. So I can literally hop on a tube train and go and see a group of friends I've known for years. Whereas when I'm out in the countryside, it's not going to be the case. So yeah, I need to just say goodbye to people. And not goodbye like forever, but just like, hey mate, I'm not going to be able to go for a sandwich with you, on the weekend or sit around and watch the rugby. So I am very much looking forward to getting out into the countryside though, and my dog definitely is. So yeah, big things are afoot. So yeah, my plan is, and this is just a rough plan, but I'm gonna make some videos talking about. So I need to play some games and win some games and lose some games as well. And what I'm going to do off the back of that is make some educational content for YouTube to say, look, I got into the game, this happened, I tried to do this, or we got beaten by this rush, and then just kind of work out from that. Is this all the same? Auto trust. Yes, you can eject. Confirm. Boom. Okay, cool. New UI as well, man. I like that. Byleth, I've never heard of you before, mate. I have no idea if you're actually any good or not, but I'm going to take it. I don't think that you've played a lot of this. He's played 3 games. He's not captaining. I'm sorry, Big Chief, but join info. Right, here we go. I don't want to play. So this is new. Okay. So I don't want to play. We need captain. We do this every time. Everyone wants to play. Nobody wants to lead. Jimmy, great, very quick player. I really enjoy watching or having checked into a couple of games, like how good. Let me scrub all this off the screen. How fast Jimmy is at the moment. He's ridiculously quick. But I don't like. Sorry, mate. You've got 3 games. You're not being a captain at all. You can play the game. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I don't want to do any of this. So yeah, whatever difficulty we want, however we want the game to go, that is the game. And as soon as we get good volunteers, 17 people so far in, and yeah, just play, mate, just play. Let's see. Nice to have you with us. I hope you're having a cromulent Monday. Yeah, going well, mate. I'm now less stressed, and it's now just about waiting for a couple of... We've moved loads of stuff into storage very close to the new house, and it's just the last little things, like getting the bed collapsed, and just... I've given away so much stuff. Like, I'm not selling it. I'm just going to hand it off to people that need it. I think that's the best way to work. I'm just going to remind these guys we need captains. We'll do this again to see if we can actually... Wait, do they want this map? Wait, hang on a sec. I think I just saw somebody... Well, no, because you could have voted for it, right? When we landed here. And this map's fine, isn't it? In terms of so much stuff, so much new stuff. Yeah, this is alright, we can play this, can't we? A little bit of teething issue. It's been a while since I've done this, so apologies if this is a slow start. But you know what it's like, slow start, and then it builds and builds and builds. So, Byleth won't be captain. I want map vote. I'm not getting any responses. I don't know if you want to play this map, you can. maybe we take a vote on it. It looks playable though. You've got uranium very close. Stone. I mean, this isn't bad. Do a poll. There we go, yeah. Democracy. Keep map. Yes, keep. No, new map, please. Great. And we're back to it being an absolute shit show like it always has. Hi, One Bad Panda. Nice to have you with us, mate. I'm just getting back into the swing of things here. There's lots of new buttons to press. 8 people want to keep the map. 5 people want to... it's not a bad map. If we had tons of lakes, obviously we'd want to get rid of it because it's just difficult to play. But Violet, mate, you've played 3 games, my friend. Just play the normal game. Okay. Boom. All right. Let me just say, have fun. Good luck. It is going to be the captain, Jimmy 50 up north versus the Soldier 57 on the south. And can they pick right now? Can't vote. Okay, what do I do? Am I missing anything here? What do I need to press? Can they pick? Okay, yeah, we are. They're picking. Awesome. Right. Whilst we do this, I'm going to go and get myself a glass of water. And then what we'll do is we'll do what we normally do. Scan around the map. We'll take a look at teams. I love the fact that we can now see who's on with the playtime and stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, literally, mate. Great chat, great tip. So I'm going to quickly nip away. I'll be back with you very soon. And then we'll talk about the game. I'm here for the whole thing. We're going to referee the whole thing. Okay, we are back. And let's take a look at, let's get rid of all this. There's too much stuff on the screen as it is. I don't know, does this go away? Probably goes away, right? Which team's more stacked than the other? Let's take a look. Oh, Blitzy, yeah, I'm purposefully unemployed. I took the final, oh yeah, here we go, boom. Thank you. What would I be without you guys? Nothing, honestly. So yeah, I took the remaining part of my holiday. So I had 3 weeks booked up over the course of the year. I've taken it all right now so that I can move my house, and I was leaving that job anyway, so I just kind of took it. I think they call it garden leave. I don't own a garden. My new house has one, which is going to be awesome. Oh, man, I'm going to get a fire pit. Oh, I'm going to get barbecue. Oh, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to have a big fuck off barbecue, lads. And ladies, if there are any here. Big barbecue. Get some, like, proper nice furniture out there with, like, cushions. Oh, mate, fire pit. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Devil's lettuce, the electric cabbage. It's going to be amazing. I'm so happy, dude. I didn't think that in my lifetime I would be able to do this. I thought I'd be renting forever. And again, I'm not going to make this stream all about moving house and stuff, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I know not everybody is fortunate like me, and you know, I do work hard for my money. I'm not like a cheapskate or a scavenger or whatever, overcharging people money, but yeah, this is going to be really good fun. I bought a house. So I'm handing back my London license. I'm no longer a Londoner. I'm no longer a geezer. I'm moving out to the countryside. Yeah, my stately manor. It's not a huge place, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's mine. It's my bricks, mortar, my roof. If problems go wrong, they're my bloody problems. So, yeah, I need to be a bit worried about that. I need to get to know some contractors and builders and stuff. And I think I really want to make it, like, just comfortable, man. Paint some walls, you know, put up some nice, like, you know, photos and, yeah, just do it my way, you know. You're excited to move, aren't you, dog? Hello, boy. Hello, W. You're right, mate. Very active. Well, we did go out earlier, so I mean, I thought he was naked. It's a semi-detached new build. It's got 2 bedrooms, one kind of master, and one kind of smaller, kind of child-type bedroom, or guest room, I guess you could call it. So, nothing special, but we're on the ladder, which is great. I'm gonna go look at the map real quick. No. I mean, I can dig the garden up. I haven't really kind of decided what I want. I definitely want a barbecue, though. Holy shit. I want a barbecue and I want a fire pit. Not like I don't want to dig a fire pit into the ground. You can buy them from like Aldi and stuff. You know, these kind of freestanding fire burners. Oh, it's going to be awesome. And that way, when I smell burning out of my window, it's not because some crackhead's got, you know, finally a freedom from all the bullshit. And that's ultimately the one thing I'm looking forward to the most. It's just the mental strain of just being around less than desirable people all the time. Like when I leave my front door. Okay. Yeah, I'll do the names and stuff. How do I do the names? Is it team manager? Ah, got you. And then up here, right? What do they want? 150. 150 rocket, right? Shall I name South 150, 149 rocket? And then I can get rid of this, right? Boom, okay, awesome, right? Just getting used to this again, you know? We did 151. I don't get it, mate. Like, okay, so is the new meta, the new fast, speedy meta, just not defending at all? It's just, we're going long, you guys defend, I will, like, rinse the build. And it's just a foot race. So what used to be a bit of a marathon is now they forgot what defending is. I don't know how they do it. The new meta just has no wall. No, come on. Really? No walls? I don't know. I don't think I could win a game without building a wall. Genuinely, like, I don't think I'd... Yeah, that'd be wild. No, I don't believe... Well, we'll see it play out today, and we'll have some comments. What I am saying, though, is I'm not saying that people that don't build walls are bad. I just can't understand how you can continually upgrade the base if you're open to being attacked. Like, doesn't spam just Doesn't that now exist in the game? Like, if you've got Jimmy 50 up north and they're going real quick, would you not just ask somebody to go and just... That's the neat part. So we have now seen an actual evolution of the meta. Have they tweaked numbers and stuff, or are we looking at the same... You can threat... Yeah, because that's how I used to play. Well, I still do play, actually. I mean, I'm going to get into some games as well, but I'd go threat farming, transition into defensive building, then transition into support play. So, as most of you know, you can fight the bugs. And anybody that doesn't know, by the way, or anybody that's new that doesn't know what's going on, I know most of you are probably either in the game or watching the game, but if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Because we like to talk about what's happening in the game, and some of us are newer than others. Some of us aren't as legendary as others, and that's fine. You know, that's what makes life so special. I think Rune Boggler, Virus, tier marks outstanding. Let's take a look real quick. 11 on 11, pretty solid start. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Gorilla's quote there, brilliant stuff. So the South, Derpy Cats, Bisty, Blitzy, Jason Gross, King of Gugu, Outstanding, Rune Boggler, Tier Marks the Soldier, Toddy, and Virus. And up, no! No way! How long has Muddlebox been back? Have I missed a trick? Muddlebox hasn't been around for a while. Alright, here's my prediction. Science is getting built, and Muddlebox is going to camp. The science buildings. Oh dear. A few days from... Oh, I got you. He used to be known for just sniping science. He was the science sniper. I made so many memes about it in Discord, honestly. Some of them pinned as well in the... Oh dear. You know what? It's nice to have him back. He's a good player, by the way, but he just kind of got really kind of greedy and was like, any science that gets put into a chest, he would like hover around it. Like, who's that? Like Smeagol, you know, the precious. Oh, great guy though. Great, honestly, lovely guy, but just very protective of, and that's why we came up with the rule: you shouldn't take what you didn't make. It's something that we say to new players all the time because it's kind of the easiest way for us to understand. Learn from Ghosty how to stream. Yeah, mate, there's not much to teach. Turn it on and hope for the best. I was talking into a mic that was off for the first 5 minutes of this. Oh my god, I'm so bad. And I need the money. Rune Boggler was saying to me, he's like, oh, you know, I don't really want to put ads on. I was like, I'll turn mine up. I'm going to crank it up to 11. 1 minute of stream and 59 minutes of adverts. Oh god. Anyway, let's completely move away from that topic. We do have uranium ore very close to main base, and we have some nice outposting options here. I do like kind of heading to the west for outposts. There's some enormous amounts of copper out here that you do need if you want to build that rocket. Obviously, Jimmy 50, I mean, if this is a 1 hour and 50 rocket, this is potentially a 2 hour game, maybe more, 2 hours and 20. I can't imagine it going beyond that. So yeah, main base has lots of everything, which is fantastic. Hydrate, I do need that. You can hear it in my voice, can't you? It's been a long day. Yeah, we have massive stone deposit. I would be jumping onto this like a trampoline and building walls, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. Walls are like so last week. 1.6 mil iron, 1.9 mil iron, so really tons of iron here. Tons of stuff just for your beginner base. And just outside of that, we can see some crude oil to get you kind of started on blue. If we even get to blue, I don't know. I mean, there's some really nice little... You could kind of... Oh, mate, you could do some awesome wall production right here. Literally just plot up right in the middle of these trees and just have a ton of coal going into a ton of stone. Feed that back. Not enough copper. So they're going to have to take from up here, right? Or further out the field. Because when you have a 1 hour and 50 rocket plan, surely you know exactly. I'm talking like down to the exact minor amount. You know, I will be building 500 miners split between 200 here, 300 here, 100 here. And if I can't get that, we can't do a 1 hour fit. It's so specifically prescriptive, if I can get the words out. I'm interested to see it. I haven't watched a full game yet with Jimmy 50 as captain, so this is going to be a learning experience for me as much as you guys. But like I said, I do really like West. If you're heading out here for an outpost, if you wanted to do a traditional rocket base, this is somewhere I would go. There's obviously a ton of iron, lots of coal, and lots of these little... I know the countdown's glorious, isn't it? AI-generated numbers. Somebody tried to claim they made it, and then we kind of had a look at it a little bit more, and it was like, nah, dude, come on. No human being created that. So at the beginning of every game, we see burner miners go down. Obviously, at the beginning of the game, nothing is automated. You have to hand make everything or hand feed everything. So we're seeing these burner miner drills that will mine coal and then shove one coal brick or briquette into the next one, feeding the continuation of the mining process. This, in common parlance, is called a coal snake, as it's connected to it, and its snakes are, I don't know, I don't come up with the names. I'd have called it something else, like turbo coal. But we see here now a couple of mining drills and a couple of stone furnaces being hand-fed coal, and that will churn out iron plates, which will then be able to convert into resources, into items, like belts, and red belts, and maybe blue belts. Do I need to do anything to add games? So do I need to press any... Yeah, I remember South had a ridiculous win rate as well. It's automatic. Oh, mate, that's awesome. Let me just shout out to everybody. Everyone, good luck. South had like a 60% win rate. I've been automated, yeah. Oh, God. Coming over here, automating my job. Lol. The soldier is a very strong captain as well, so I would like to think that if we're seeing lots of these speedy builds, that somebody sat down there in theory crafting, like, all right, what do we need to do to get them out of the way? Like, how do we remove the speed from the game? Yeah, a couple of memes there. And mix patches? Do we have any mix patch enjoyers? Are we seeing any of this now? I mean, because I'm a huge fan. Like, if you can find a way to optimize mix patch mining, I think that's an absolute gem of a playstyle. If, and again, it's if you have, you'll mostly be filling ghosts. We don't talk about mix patches. Oh no. Well, firstly, somebody stream sniping. I like them. But obviously, they need to be the right mix and mixture. You can't just slap stuff down because obviously you need to get the right ratios. But there's somebody out there that has the perfect mix patch. Kind of, I don't know what you'd call it. Power up. Because you can get millside built off them. Definitely. You could do like millside spam. You could even like start providing power, you know, go for like a nuclear outpost with the right levels of copper in them. I think, yeah, underrated, mate, underrated. Right, let's change the music out. I like this, but we've started the game now, so let's change to something else. We are 11 on 11. For anybody that's watching that doesn't know what's going on, this is a live game. You can join this game, and you can play it, and you don't need to be very good. I mean, they let Muddlebox in. If they let him in, they'll let bloody anyone in. Just kidding. What do we want to listen to? What was it? What did we listen to last time? Was it like space music and it came up with some really... I'm going to do it. Let's type in pirate music and see if it's got anything good. Not music to pirate, but like music that sounds like pirates would listen to. Copyright free. Let's see. I don't want sea shanties. I want proper... Yeah, I like it. Is that coming through? Can you guys hear the pirate music? There we go. That just made it a little louder. It might get really loud, so I'm kind of worried. I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out, but... Yeah, pirate music. Let's go. As if this stream couldn't get any worse. It just did. Just now. You were here for it. Awesome, right. Coal snakes we've covered. We've covered the initial, smelting. You can grab a load of plates and handcraft stuff yourself. If we head on to E, the thing that you need, when you get to this menu by pressing E on your keyboard, if you didn't realize, we need lots of belts. Because what we want to do eventually is have electric miners push ore and coal into our smelting stack. And then plates will come out for free. Well, not for free, but they'll come out. And you didn't have to do anything. You could just stand there and be like, hey man, it's like free real estate. Hailstorm. Oh, yes, please. Holy crap. I used to live with a guy who was into like pirate metal and Viking like metal. Oh, so good. We used to sit around drinking rum, like really weird rum from like Scandinavian countries. It was like ridiculous strength. And he had this huge mug that was made out of like not proper ivory, but it was like a huge Viking type mug. Massive. I wonder what he's done with himself now. I need to see where Rob's at, man. Rob was a good guy. He was a really good guy, actually, to be fair. He loved his NFL as well. Top boy. Oh, mate, memories. Holy shit. So yeah, you build belts. You're going to need electric miners. To even have these switched on, we follow this line here, power. And as a new player, this is something that you can do, and that would really help your team out, is building power. And I've just remembered I need to turn my oven off, or my food will burn. 1 second, guys. Hey, I am back, and my dinner is very, very, what's the word I want to kind of use to describe this? Crispy? Don't worry, I'm not going to eat on mic. I completely thought I had this in. Yeah, so I nearly burnt my flat down a couple of weeks before I move out. No big deal. No big deal at all. And we see some outposts already. Perfect. I mean, I spotted this early, and I thought, you know what? The copper out here is vast. The oil as well. I mean, look at that. That is proper levels of oil. So yeah, these guys are going to have a good time. If they can obviously beat the rush. Now, we talk about 1 hour and 50 rockets, but do they win with it, though? That's the question I want to ask. Is this a winning play? And thank you for reminding me as well. Prediction has started. Very close. Okay, so it's not unbeatable. We're not looking at the final boss here. So yeah, you've got 30 minutes. I wouldn't vote straight away. Obviously, you've got Pop Noodles channel points. That's just kind of a meme from me. I like what I see on both sides. For me, traditionally, South have more of a kind of a standards issue setup. Runeboggler is ridiculously quick as well. We cannot forget that. Clutch normally has some tricks up his sleeve, so as much as I want to see the rocket, rush happen, we can't discount that the South does have real killers here. Sticklord, Jason's a killer, King's a killer. Like, these guys are the kind of guys that if they're opposite you, you have to factor them in to your plans. You cannot just sit back and go, oh yeah, well it's just Runeboggler. He's not going to do anything against me. He will. But coincidentally though, Neuropavev, Karl's up here, Caliph's up here. Yeah, it's a pretty good dead even split of skill, with Jimmy maybe being the only difference maker. In terms of like, I know that Runeboggler is a speedrunner, but Jimmy's like ridiculously fast. So yeah, I'm interested. I haven't seen this before, so I don't want to kind of comment on it and be harsh. But I've never seen a player kind of just dominate the meta by being very quick. Normally you win by kind of outplaying through the game, noticing that they're weak and then building rush or forcing the hand of an opposite team to defend when they want to push forward. So yeah, I'm really keen to see how this one nets out. Smiling goes south. Smiling goes south. That's a game changer right there. I'm as a neutral, and as the referee, I shouldn't have a favourite, here, but I kind of want the South to fight back, to put up a good fight. You need walls. They give you them at the beginning. You need them, and not just these ones. Many, many more. So look who we've got. Yeah, Smiling, Clutch, Brune, it's Terror, Sticklord. Sticklord is a meme, by the way. He just wins games for fun. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of role he fulfills within this game. And beyond that too, like, it looks like Outstanding's leading the main base build with... There are some really good core main base players here as well, to be fair. Immediately for a South win. And then Rune's out here with King. Okay, and Jason. Ooh, that's a deadly trio right there. Very deadly trio. So, I don't know, I like the look of South, but then I've been told North are really good, and I can't discount some of the talent that's up here. There's some really talented players. And you just cannot, like, they don't slow down. They don't make mistakes. They just keep going and going and going and going. So, yeah, I wouldn't bet just yet. I'd probably bet in about 15 minutes, or maybe even 20 once the game starts to really develop. See where you think this is going to go, but as you can see, very standard issue. We have a mall being built. The North are choosing to build moving to the east laterally, and the South are moving to the west. So already we see a difference in kind of ideas of where things should be located. But yeah, if you hear me turning the mic off every now and again, it's just because I'm munching on my food, so it's not me AFK. I do apologise. I'll do a much better job of this. I didn't really plan on streaming today, guys, so I didn't realise I needed to eat at one point, so I've stuck some food in the oven. Yeah, obviously the start of the game is slow, but what I'll do is I'll scan around whilst I'm eating, and we'll take some breaks and talk about what is happening. Obviously 15 on 13, I don't think a 2-player difference at the beginning of the game it's not that important. Well, it's important, but it's not going to change the game. So now it's all about, yeah, just trying to get through the early game and get that red and green science up and running. These kind of science flowers are fantastic, but down the line, you're going to need to automate this. Awesome. Right, back in a sec, guys. I have a question, actually. That's just popped into my head. So, are these the guys that don't build military science? Is that these guys? I've seen this before, I think, where they hand make mil sci. Or no, they don't. They just don't do it at all. I might be wrong here, but I think... Oh, you gotta back yourself, Blitzy. It builds 3 military assemblers, that's mental. And so what, you just don't get flame towers? Like, what do you miss out on? Well, I mean, yeah, they're going for a rocket, so it's just as quick as it needs to be, I guess. Why point smelting away from the copper? Have they? This looks fine. Unless I'm missing something. Ah, they're talking about the outpost. Got you right. There's so much stuff out here, dude. That you could do almost anything. You could even do like a bloody uranium build. Is that the first death of the game? It is. That is the first death. It hasn't lost too much there, and that's definitely something you can reclaim back. You just need to kind of like, yeah, respawn back in and run back and grab your body, but yeah, you shouldn't AFK off the back of that. If you were miles away, I'd be a bit more upset. But we found a witch. Can we burn her? What? What are we on about? It's a very niche reference here. Marlon Nasty is just rattling out as many Monty Python jokes as possible. Oh dear. Let's see, do I know any niche? Oh, I do, I know one. Let's see if this makes him laugh. 1 second. I think I've butchered that. I think it's like watery tart or something, but yeah, great reference. Great reference. So the game has obviously begun, and we're not really into the main thrust of what happens. At the moment, we're setting things up. You can see here now, it's like items are going to start, being shoved into boxes, and that will give us the ability to expand our factory, expand our base. The North have chosen for an interesting build here. Power is very compact. There is enough coal to obviously fuel all this. Whereas I believe the South are going for a much more kind of traditional build. Just 2 lines of copper coming in. 2 rows, sorry, not lines, 2 rows of burners going into engines. So I like this. The North are much faster. This is really, really quick. Loxley, nice to have you with us. So this game is called Factorio. Sorry, I'm currently eating something quite spicy at the moment, so apologies if my voice crackles a little bit. The game is Factorio, and it's all about building factories. This game in particular is team-based Factorio, where you have a team on the north and a team on the south, and they try and build a factory to beat the other factory up. Not the best way to explain it, but in simple terms, both sides have bugs on them. These alien bugs. You can see their bodies all over the floor. And over the course of the game, the bugs will evolve, and there'll be more of them, so they'll become harder to kill. And what we're watching here, and even if you are brand new, this might not make a ton of sense to you, but we're watching a speedrunner in Jimmy50, who's very, very quick. He's the captain of North, and he's basically said, I can build a rocket in 1 hour and 50, which I think is incredibly fast. Like, we normally see rockets at like the 3 hour mark, so to claim a 1 hour and 50 rocket is ridiculous. So, oh, I can get my paint tools out. Thank you, Loxley, first of all, for messaging. Welcome. Secondly, I have MS Paint in Steam on my stream. So, the main thrust of the game is to protect your rocket silo. At the beginning of the game, you have no buildings. There's nothing here, just the raw ore patches themselves. As we can see, this game at the moment has 15 on 15. But if you head over to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to find massive games where we have 30 players on 30. Though, you know, that level, organization, and people from all over the world playing with each other. It's great fun. So in this game mode, we have to protect a rocket silo. The north has one here, and the maps are flipped. So there's nothing on the north that the south don't have. It's just how you build and how you plan through the game that makes it different for both sides. And obviously here is the rocket silo on the south. It has lots of HP, but when the bugs get really big, and as you can see here, the bugs are on the south, to the south of that rocket silo. And over the course of the game, we can guarantee this, because there are no draws in this game, the bugs are going to rampage down the map, and they're going to come and try and fight our main objective, which is our silo. The way you stop this from happening is you build a huge castle, or you don't, depending on which kind of philosophy you prescribe to. But normally, traditionally speaking, you build up loads and loads of walls, loads of like turrets behind it, flamethrower turrets, laser turrets even, and over time you should pump your buildings up to the point where you can survive. But if a rocket is being built in 1 hour and 50, which is a bold statement to make, then you're not really going to have a chance to do that. So what we're witnessing today is speed versus tradition. Our traditional way of playing the game is on south, but they're not as quick. And as we can see here, green science isn't really up and running, really. Red science isn't up and running yet. We look up north, it is. And obviously, for anybody who's brand new, we need different science levels to unlock different parts of the tech tree. Red is the most basic, this is like level 1. Green is like level 2. Military is level 3, which is this grey science. Blue is chemical, which is like level 4. Level 5 is production, which is purple. Level 6 is utility, which is yellow. And space science is what you get from building this rocket. And it's the most powerful. So yeah, you can have a look at like different feed values. There's lots of like different things to understand. Basically, you need red to get green, you need green to get military, you need military to get blue, so on and so forth. And the cooler technology is deeper into the tech tree. Obviously, with the last one being a rocket that flies to space. So to build red, and sorry if I'm going over covered ground for you guys, but I know we do get new people in all the time. To build red, you'll need a building called an assembly machine. And into that building, you put in a gear wheel, which you make in another assembly machine. This is Factorio in a nutshell. This is why it's so addictive. It really does play onto the monkey brain side of life. These gear wheels and just a standard copper plate will go into a building, and out after a few seconds will come a red jug. We call them jugs, but they're probably more like flasks or conicals. Hello, Dr. Kong. Sorry, Dr. K. Kong. To make green science, because it's a little bit more advanced, you need more advanced components. So we need to feed these machines these belts, which are being built just above, and also these yellow inserters, which here you can see on the ground. This is when you put them down, this is what they look like. But on a belt, they're slightly smaller. You get like an icon of them. If you can put them into a building, out comes a green jar. You then need to have a science laboratory to put them all in. And the more you have, the faster you research. And I'll be able to look at what these guys are researching, because the tech tree is so deep. People can go different directions. You know, they can go on certain upgrades, like shooting upgrades, for instance, or they can rampage towards oil processing so they can get flame towers quickly. So, yeah, there's definitely different ways you can go about dicing and slicing this game to your needs and what you choose to do. There are other playstyles as well. So obviously we have if we look at North, we have this main objective, and you'd think that all of the players will like crowd around this main objective and just protect it. You know, there are 15 people up here, they all need to be in this small space, which we like to call main base. And all main base really is, it's just the opening area that we play. So it's where all the beginner ores are, it's where we build our science and our first level of power. Main base is in this little square here. Then later on, when we have robots, we can kind of make main base a little bigger. And if you're a main base player, you're playing right in the middle of the map, either on the north or on the south. And your focus is on I'll take a look at that, definitely, Moon. Your focus is on building up the power, protecting the rocket, and getting basic automation done. Research. That's what main base really is all about, research and protection. But you'll see these people over here, and they're not close to main base at all. In fact, the 15 people on south, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, half of the team aren't anywhere near our objective. And if the bugs were to come now, you'd have 8 bodies missing from defense. And the idea for these people is they have very selective objectives. And I'm not going to say that fast or in multiple times in a row, but their objective is to do something else, is to have an impact on the game in a very specific way. So for instance, I think, because Runeboggler is currently streaming as well, so if you want to get like a player's perspective, I'd definitely have a look at Runeboggler's stream. He's currently on Twitch, I think. These guys will go for a rocket. And the reason they're so far out of the way is that they've spotted a load of ore that will be really useful, very close together. And they're going to basically build out here with impunity. The biters exist. You can just see they exist all over the map, by the way, and we'll get to that because that's a really good transitional point. The way that you lose the game is that the enemy pumps up the number of bugs on your side and also the strength of them. So the goal of the bugs is basically just to come down the map and kill you. Whatever it sees of yours, it's going to kill. So if it sees this base, it's going to rampage this base left, right, and center until it's dead. So they don't want you on the map. You want to be on the map for as long as possible. But they want to kind of drive you out. At the moment, they're very small, so small, and they have brown shells, and this means they're small. They don't have lots of HP. They're not very strong. They don't move very quick. And with a normal gun or a machine gun, you can just shoot them down. You'll need a little bit of armor, light armor, or even heavy. But you can shoot them now at 4% involved for the south and 180 of them on the map at any given time. The way that you change these numbers is actually quite interesting. So you need to have the science that we see being built here. You can also throw it over. There's like a little menu on the left-hand side when you're in the game, which gives you an opportunity to throw whatever science you have in your inventory over to the enemy bugs. And what that does is that evolves them, speeds up their evolution even quicker. If you just throw red, it's level 1 science, so it's not going to evolve them by much. When if you only throw red and green, it's going to evolve them a little bit, but they're not going to go to like 100%. To evolve them maximally, you need the deeper sciences to throw. And ultimately, the most important science you can get is rocket science, white science. You only get that from launching a rocket. And the North are saying, we're going to do this in 1 hour and 50. And I think that's wild. Like, that's a really, really quick rocket time. I kid you not, that is like world record pace, speed run type stuff. So he obviously has a team of 14 other people around him. They're obviously very quick now, and you can see they've got red-green up, whereas the South are, yeah, they've got some labs down, but I think they have more ambition to get more smelting down, which is great. Obviously the power block for the South is much better. But yeah, this is a live game, by the way. If you guys want to jump into this game, it's really easy. You don't have to do anything. You don't need any mods. You don't need any experimental versions of Factorio. You just need to own the game itself. If you do own the game itself, I'm just going to quickly... I'm the referee at the moment, but I don't think anyone's going to mind me leaving for like literally 20 seconds. If you head over to multiplayer, and then head over to public games, if you sort by player base, we're normally the highest player base online, basically. If you head over to this little gear wheel icon and click it, that will favorite the map, so that every time you log in, instead of having to search through all the maps that are here, or all the different scenarios, Bite Battles will appear at the top. And you can also, if you want to, use this little search command here and search for free Bite Battles. All you've got to do then is just join the game. But yeah, I'm just going to finish off my food, and then we'll get back into explaining the game itself. So I've just got a bit of dinner I need to polish off, so I'm obviously going to turn the mic off for that. I'm not going to have you guys listen to me eating. That's terrible. But just to reiterate, the North's captain is Jimmy 50, and I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I think they're going for a speedrun strat. They're not going for traditional walls, traditional defenses. They're just going to run, sprint, accelerate towards rockets, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know how. We'll come to reservations later. It's fine if you can be that quick. There's nothing wrong with it. But your subjectives to stuff like this. You know, all of a sudden power has been disconnected, or you lose a few miners. So somebody needs to be defensively minded, even just running into these packs of bugs and killing them off. You can't just let your base get killed. Or if you do, you lose the game. You know, there's no draws in this game mode. You literally either win or lose. Sorry, somebody wanted me to go over to Eagle's base. Eagle and Carl. Interesting. Carl, incredibly quick player. Eagle, very strong player as well. I wonder what they're doing. What? No. Say it isn't so. Please don't tell me ammo belts are coming back into fashion. Have they researched? There's no way. Come on, boys. They haven't researched shooting upgrades though, right? I wonder why they're building turrets. For any of you that don't know, or anybody that hasn't played in a while, these turrets become inefficient after about 35 minutes. They don't have enough health and they don't shoot fast enough to kill off bugs quickly. So this is a weird play. I've been gone for too long, man. This is different. This is really different. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to have a bit more mid dinner, and then we'll keep scanning around, and we'll keep looking at different ideas in the game. We also have offensive players, and they're not offensive because they say offensive things, but they take the fight to the bugs. And these guys will be running into bug territory, like Helldivers 2, blowing them up with grenades and shooting them with bullets, and driving the threat into the negative. That's my playstyle normally, because I just enjoy it. I'm not much of a math nerd. Like, I don't know ratios and all that jazz. I don't need to. No, I don't need to have gone to Harvard. I just employ a lot of people that do, that have been. They seem behind. Oh, it's a nice pace. Yeah, it's looking a bit barren out here. And I wonder if they've got people scouting effectively, like, all right, we need 4.5 mil copper. Find it for me. You know what I mean? Like, just ping it and I'll get myself out there. But it's a weird one, this. Really nice and generous initial resources. Down the line, yeah, we might be looking at drying up a little bit. Or maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm interested in this. This is weird. Like, I'm not saying it's bad or wrong. But yeah, turrets being made. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off. My dinner, sorry. Not the game or the stream. And then we'll get right back to it. And whilst I do that, I'll scan around. For any new players, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Please feel free to ask away. I'm more than happy to explain even the simplest stuff, because it can be overwhelming. There's a lot going on here, and for all of us that watch this every week or we play in this a lot, we kind of know what's going on. But to a new player, an outpost might be a bit weird, or you know, what's this guy doing over here near the bugs? That looks a bit dangerous, isn't it? Blue signs. Yeah. I always wondered, like, you need to have kind of, not the perfect map roll, but yeah, you do need things to kind of land in your favor. Potentially you could snipe these small patches and aggregate them together. Or finally somebody's come up with a way of making mixed patches work. I swear I saw somebody recently talking in Discord about how they would optimize, like the right mixing and sorting of stuff, but Red Wraith goes down. So even here, there's not a lot of them, and you can see now they do get shot to death by these towers. Red belt is never a strategy ever. I can't. Very specific areas, you know, yes, but it's mostly a meme. It's mostly a meme. Hey, Peter. Nice to have you with us, mate. Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to do tonight. I just thought, why not? Not sort of. They needed a ref basically, so I was like, you know what, I've got time. And then somebody asked if I was streaming, and I thought, well, maybe you guys would get something out of just listening to some pirate music and chilling, watching some Fire Bells. So I know it's like they don't want to do anything other than captain's games. Yeah, but I'm free, so I'm more than happy to do one. I'm not going to do loads. Not going to do loads. But yeah, feel free to lurk. I also think Runebogler is streaming as well, so that you can get like a like a player's perspective, what it's like when you're actually in the game itself. Supple Zombie Kitten, that's one hell of a username. Holy crap! Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Firstly, secondly, any questions? Feel free to ask. I think most of our chat, or most of the people in chat, are nerds. So any question you have, I'll delegate the nerds to answer. And if they can't answer it with their big brains and their big brain cells, then I'll try and take a whack at it and see if I can answer any question you have. But this is, as I've been saying most of the stream, a live game. If you have Factorio, you want to play with a team, you know, get into our Discord, talk to everybody on your side, ask what jobs need doing and where do we need help and who's this Carl guy and why is he chesting wild, absolutely wild. Oh, well, I guess they're using for defense, but turn that off as soon as you can, because we're already coming to the point where they're useless. Yeah, welcome. Finally, let me get back to my dinner, holy crap. And then we'll take a look. This looks to be a defensive outpost. We might be seeing grenades and stuff being built. And I'll stop talking about how great I am. And there's always the perfect timing for a game. Today for me, I don't have the energy to play. But I think sitting here and watching and casting, 100%. I've got the energy for that, so... Yeah, I'll be back in, like a minute. Just going to chew through this. I just had a thought. Is it not against the rules of betting if you're on the team that you're betting against? Like, could you put all of your pot noodles on South, play on North, and not play very well? I don't mean like intentionally grief or throw the game, but just like threat farm really badly, keep dying. Yeah, just a thought. Don't do that, obviously. You can do whatever you want, but please don't grief. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, vote for North and then just join South and just not unplug anything, because you're not allowed to do that. But, you know, just pretend you're doing something like, oh, make walls, and then, like, get it wrong. And then, yeah, like, something like this happens where nothing's being... nothing's being made. Oh, dear. Guys, what's going on? Turn on your stone. You need it now. You need it yesterday. What's going on here? Whose fault is this? Ah, this soldier. Who's this guy? The soldier. In many ways it does. They've got the power for it, right? Do you think someone's disconnected that? I was joking initially, but that should be connected, right? Because they finished the whole line off. I don't want to be pointing out stuff obviously, because, you know, people stream sniping that, but is that on purpose? Because that's a full line. You could start smelting that right away. And it's been cut from here. But maybe they don't want connected right now. You know, I'm not in team comms, so I can't say. But I'd love to have stone the moment you can. Have it smelted. You need it. You absolutely need it. Yeah, good point, mate. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, mate, good point. Really good. Yeah. No, that's a great spot. You guys are really on it. I didn't even notice that. Somebody's turned a... It does not much, but it will affect. You know what I mean? If that's going to your power, that is enough to... Ooh, do we have a griefer on south? Who could it be? Could it be Blitzy? Keep my eye on you. Could it be this Guido Cram guy? No, it's probably not Guido Cram. He's played a lot. Could it be Graven Lord? No, probably not. But we'll keep an eye out for it. And again, guys, if you see anything that looks a bit funky, please just let me know. Because you know what it's like. One small thing can snowball into, you know, a science not being fed. And all of a sudden, you're behind on research. They just win because, yeah, somebody turned the belt around. I made a mistake. Whoa. Come on, guys, this ain't good. You can't just decon steel because you don't like the look of it. Just fix it. Just fix it. It's easily fixed. You just, yeah, this looks fine. What's going on? Let's debug. Let's debug this. Coal 9 comes in, passed over to the next thing. Moonshot, Jesus. And still gets passed across. And it's a slow process. Yeah, I don't think there's no problem with that. Mass deconning stuff, yeah. Oh god. Do we need to add another horseman of the Biter Battles apocalypse? Stacking, if I can remember these correctly, stacking, stalling, stealing, packing. Ah, there's one more, isn't there? Stacking, stalling, stealing, packing, repair packing in bots. And there's one more. Oh, I've completely... Memeing. Not allowed. Get out. Straight to Gulag. I will remember this before the end of the stream, so bear with me. But we have 5 things you just don't do. Stacking, which is making one team unintentionally full of the best players on the server, meaning it's a free win. Stalling, holding on to ridiculous amounts of late game science once you have it, knowing that it would win the game, but continually to hold off. Gridding! Oh, mate, thank you, Pipes. Yes. Stacking, stealing, gridding. I'm not turning it on. I've just eaten. I will literally throw up if I turn it on. But there's a mode in Factorio where you can turn it on. And see what you've mentioned there, Blitzy. It's not Horseman of the Apocalypse. That's a crime. If you see ammo belts and red belts, you're to call the police immediately and report them for cyber terrorism. Okay? Very important, right? Red belt, no, you should know better. I know we're from all different parts of the world and all different levels of education and understanding. Red belts is just a flat out. Yeah, okay, so gridding, stalling sucks. And like putting repair packs in bots. I mean, for those of uninitiated that don't know, a bot is a very expensive piece of kit, 43 minutes in at meat eye. And a repair pack is relatively cheap. What you then do is you kind of set your bot to fly over enemy territory, fixing a wall and dying in the process, meaning you lose a lovely repair pack as well as the bot itself. And over time, this can really kind of detonate your bot kind of population. Finally, some threat farming. I was really hoping we'd see this today. 0 sun at the moment, because the evolution of the bugs is so low, because we have been playing for 45 minutes, is now threat farming. He's farming the bugs because every week, as you can see, he's grouping them up and throwing a grenade at them and just popping them in small groups. Whoa, I'll be the judge of that. Hang on, that's a bold statement, a bold claim. I'm not saying fake news, but I am known as the Minister of Defense for this particular reason, is I just run around with grenades and blow bugs up. You can see here on the left-hand side of the screen, up the top, the threat numbers are different for the north and south. The South should employ somebody to do this. I think that you should really be able to threat farm until you can't. Until the evolution gets pushed so heavy that you just get run over. But because the North is enjoying a negative threat farm, the bugs up here in like bug land, I guess you call it, we don't have a name for this, do we? What would you call this? Enemy territory? I don't know. But up here, effectively, bugs need to spawn in, pushing the number positive, for them to then become aggressive again. So by running in and killing these bugs off, you're making the entire map safe from any kind of like roaming packs of bugs. Whereas the South, because they haven't employed a threat farmer, will still have bugs running down into the rest of the map. No entry zone. Yeah, I think we can come up with a cool name for it. I've never actually named it. I spent most of my playing time on bug territory, and I just don't have a nickname for it. No, come on, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. There's no way Carl's turned into a belter, an ammo belt fan, because that's a crime. We've been through this before. Very simple. It's a crime. Okay, he's getting these turret flowers out, but it's just such a meme. Even with uranium ammo, the strongest ammo in the game, the turrets are so weak that they just die. They just get run over. We'll see it later. These bugs are currently very weak. They're 6.9% nice evolved, but over time, they will get so big. They'll evolve into medium-sized, big behemoths. We'll see bosses with health bars, like old school arcade games. It gets wild pretty quick. Yeah. Bruh. Yep. I really like, however, this. Power on South is ridiculous. Already, this is huge. So, I'm really liking the fact that somebody is going out of their way to just make sure you've got way more power than you need. So down the line, you can build the base out massively without needing to worry too much. The South main builders are, compared to Jimmy, I wouldn't say slow naturally. Compared to Jimmy, they are slower. And we can see now that the labs are enjoying blue and military science, and I consider this to be mid-game. Once you get kind of past your beginner sciences, your red and your green, once you can put enough of this stuff into your labs that most of the labs have this science, that for me is the mid-game. Late game being purple and yellow, and you could argue end of game is white science. Basically, if you can make a lot of white science, you can kind of like control the game. And obviously you can stall the game, which is why we have one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which was added relatively recently, which was stalling. We don't like stalling. Once you've won, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Just send it, watch the chaos. Yeah, they are absolutely flying. We've got... And you said 3 military science assemblers for Jimmy's build. Or maybe they just hand-fed that, but yeah, that's nuts, man. They're so quick. I mean, we're a while away from blue coming into these labs, like genuinely a while away. But we are building walls, and that I do love. We'll need these to defend, obviously. All right, let's take a look at research then. We have been talking about science, so let's take a look at this. Come on. Can you really squeeze this in? Why are they... I don't get it though, right? Why do this? If you're rushing to a rocket, isn't research one of the biggest limiting factors? Unless somebody's hijacked the queue and they've started to put a load of this stuff in, but wouldn't you want to just keep chugging along? Ah, right, you've got some space for it. Got you, right. I'm so new to this type of play. Honestly, this is like watching a new breed of animal be... I've never seen it. It's wild. Minimal military science. And you think they're on pace? Ah, right, purple, yellow. Yeah, got you. And that's where things take a dip. Because you got to think, right, we're an hour away, potentially an hour away, from this all coming true, you know, for us to see a 1 hour and 50 rocket. I'm still skeptical. And I'm not skeptical because I don't believe they can do it. I've just never seen it before. I'll be very impressed. Even if it's close, even if it's like 1 hour and 55 or 2 hours, that's still ridiculously fast. And I'm guessing, and I'm only just, they must use the main silo, right? Ah, I got you. I saw, do you know what? I saw Team McIntyre, sorry, get the world record back recently. That's wild. And firstly, I'd like to congratulate them because that's mega. I'm so happy for them. Derek was on fire, mate. We did it in 4:15. Bruh, that was incredible. I don't know how you can pay attention for that long at that speed. You know, for me, if I did a 100% run, I'd give myself a whole day to complete it. 4 hours and 15 minutes. And that took, was it like 2 minutes off the last record? It's just nuts, man. Yeah, MMP is slightly different though, right? Because there's so many people involved. You literally have a whole team for power. You have your steel goblins like me and Lower Dark. Science Outpost 1, which is the best one. I don't have favourites, but Science 1 is the best. Yeah. Oh, I've missed it. I'm getting back in, boys. I'm gonna captain a game very, very soon. Holy crap. Actually, that's a great point. I need to remember this. So I need to assemble a team of people that I will definitely be able to pick within the first few rounds of picking. So is Jimmy Hits a Rocket at 140? Is that some kind of record? Like, will my voice forever be attached to a really fast record? Because I need to switch up my music and talk a little bit more professionally, and or will I just submit the video without audio? So we couldn't listen to this guy for an hour and 50. Fucking hell. Just talks about how great he is non-stop. It seems to be 140. Okay. I mean, they've got some opposition. You know, Smiling is no slouch. I just don't know where they're going to take it. Like, are we going to see like a Purple Rush maybe? You know, I think a Purple Rush might do the trick. You'd argue a Yellow Rush would be perfect if you can get there, but I just don't think either. I don't think the North will get to a rocket first before they hit that line. But if you could send like 300 to 400 purple and just shoot the evolution up. Ah, right. Got you. The one thing that I did notice that Derek does in speedrunning, or sorry, Team McIntyre, but when Derek runs, is that when he gets bots, he's still filling stuff out. Like, he's still super duper active. You could argue that once you get X amount of bots, you can just stick something down and they'll just go and build it, but even when he's outposting near the end of the run, he's still slapping down lines of belts and like power poles and stuff. So yeah, fair play, man. That guy is just an animal, absolute animal. How you can do, and the thing is anti-elites and the Doe, are they now revising their runs, or would they like study what he's done and try and replicate that? You know, because it's like, do you mimic the current world record holder, or do you look back at what you're currently doing and go, right, okay, I need to mix this around because it's good, but it's not the best. You know, we need to implement XYZ solutions, and I don't know what those solutions would be, but yeah, but great stuff though. Holy crap, it's so good to see. I was there when they beat the world record and he chugged the bottle of maple syrup like an absolute goon. Oh, top lad. Absolute top lad. Okay, right, redesign time. That's got to be kind of fun. Probably very frustrating as well, but like, just having to go back to a drawing board and say, right, this is 420, but actually I need 415 now, so where do I squeeze, you know, those 5 or 6 minutes out of the time to allow myself the ability to get the record back? Because surely at some point it's just optimized to literally unless obviously the map is perfect, it's just like 4:15 is just the perfect run, full stop, you know. But yeah, really good to see. Really good to see. Sticklord, what are you doing? This is Purple Man. This has to be a purple base, surely. It's such a Sticklord thing to do. Disappear off into the shadows, and then just pop out near the end of the game. Significantly faster. Ooh, okay. So we're thinking like 4, 4.5, 4.10, something like that? Or are we talking sub 4? That would be wild. We see like a sub 4. And we do have some threat farming on the south too as well. Perfect. Now if you can do this in pairs, brilliant. 17 on 16, yeah, I think you could probably afford to throw one more person into this. What Greeno is not doing, and I'll quickly just get my tools out right now. What we like to do traditionally when we threat farm is a pretty simple loop. You run directly in, and then you run directly out. I mean, you gather a group or a cloud of bugs behind you, a densely packed group of bugs that you can then throw a grenade onto. What I like to do, once I have my cloud following me, I like to run in a tighter and tighter circle until they basically are completely around me. And then once I'm completely swarmed and I cannot move, they're packed in as tightly as possible, and you'll need armor for this, otherwise you'll die all the time. Throw a grenade at your feet, blowing up every bug that you can see, and that's the most efficient way of using one single grenade to get like the most kind of, I don't know, efficiency out of killing them. North Science is... We're at blue. Let's take a look at research. I believe they're still... Ooh! Construction bots, and they're going for bot speed as well. Currently researching bots as well, so they've paused these the red-green shooting for now. South are going for railway battery and advanced, so they are behind in research, traditional research, moving towards rocket. Rolls come up well. Ooh, have they done this on purpose? They've kind of like stitched these bases kind of together. Fuck. What? Is this real? Is this normal? Red inserters and prod assembly 2s? Who did this? Neuro did this. I don't think I've seen this before. They've created a secondary mall for assembly 2s. Yeah, just walk it over, boys. Literally, walk it over. A few hundred in... Let me look at this. The distance is this. Compared to, and I don't want to be pedantic, but compared to this, and then sorting it somewhere down here, you could just like, I don't know. Even if you wanted to be really pedantic, you could make a little railway line and just get on the train and just ride the train up and back. Okay, right, yeah, so it's a normal thing. Now again, it sounds like I'm taking the piss, I'm not. I'm just, it's amused me that we're at this point now. You know what I mean? Like, just build me items and send them to me. I'll do the rest. What's going on? Okay. Somebody's messing around with Jimmy's base. We do have some cross-pollination here. Isn't great. I mean, it shouldn't jam up, but you're not building signs, buddy. Yeah, that'll probably resolve itself, but slowly, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure that's not a huge problem, but it is a bit of an annoyance, to say the very least. Bots, here we go. 17 bots have been made. There are no roboports to stick them in just yet. But yeah, man, sub 1 hour bots is really nice. I'd be very happy. Meanwhile, the South Main, I mean, it looks kind of small, doesn't it? In comparison. But then we do have these kind of side questers. These people, I don't know, like Stick Lord, I'd go for purple. We have Threat Farmer up here. And boom, Rune. Never discount Rune, man. The guy's fucking quick. Absolutely rapid. King of Goo is going for like a laser mixer. I think this is like a laser mix build. Nasser and Clutch are doing something. This has to be a purple. Purple here? I'm perplexed. I'm out of practice, so maybe I'm being perplexed for all the wrong reasons, but yeah. Either way, I'm going to take a quick drink and then we'll get back to talking about the game and kind of where we're heading from here, because we're only about an hour away if we think logically in this sense. Once you get a single rocket, you just send it, right? There's no way the South will be ready for even 1,000 white signs, let alone, there's no way you save multiple rockets at that early stage of the game. Because it's around about the 1 hour and 30 mark that you can put your walls down, traditionally. Oh, here we go, yeah. Help me getting defense up. Okay, soldiers starting to think about the more important parts of the base. Oh dear. That is no bueno. But he's known as Blitzy Big Brain for a reason. There it is. Top banana. 10 out of 10 would Blitzy again. And again, the bugs are still running down, but we haven't had any sends yet, so yeah. Cruising into the middle of the game here, with the South needing to be a little bit more active on their defense. Right, I'm going to take a quick swig of my drink, and I will get back to it. It's mesmerizing, isn't it? I don't know what's happening right now. I'm very confused. Is this the most Neuro play that we've ever seen? I mean, he's even missed some out, and I don't know if that's tactical or not, and I'm too afraid to ask. What is this? What am I looking at? Why does my brain not get this? The Copper Pyramid. Is this a French thing? There's Neuro broken. Hashtag help Neuro. I could say something negative here. It's Neuro server. You play how you like, but this is wild. Do you think he's doing it just because he can? I'm Neuro. I do what I want. Thing is, he's coming back. You know he's coming back. Where is he now? Let's track Neuro. He's at the mall. What's he grabbing? Where's the split box? The pyramid scheme. I was like, what is this? I know this doesn't balance. Surely this doesn't balance. Yeah, you just compress it. And now we're saying, what? Ah, okay, this I get, because they're sending more items, right? So we're now splitting off, you know, and kind of filtering different items out, but... I mean, fair play. I mean, they've got a lot of this resource. Some of it's jammed up, though. Alright, let's carry on. The escapades of Neuro. Do we fill it in? Are we copying by numbers? Too expensive to be... I mean, imagine if you split some of these off and then fed them in. Oh no, he's doing it, isn't he? He's doing it. Oh, my brain can't take this. This is amazing. It's so bad, I don't even want to watch it anymore, but we will. And I'm not saying Neuro's a bad play, but this is genuinely scrambling my brain like eggs right now. I thought these were memes. Do you think, do you know what this could be? This could be psychological operations right here. This could be Neuro doing something weird so that all of the South look at it and they get sucked into its hypnotic existence. Like, why would he do this? Has Neuro gone mad? Meanwhile, Jimmy gets an extra 5 minutes on the speed run and sends that rocket at 145. Now, when they say 150 rocket, by the way, and I should have asked this earlier, are we talking about a rocket has been sent or a rocket is in a silo? Because, you know, obviously building the bloody satellite and all that jazz, like, it's not a quick process. So are we talking rocket sat in silo or are we sort of sent? Okay, got you. That's wild. Lift off, got you. No. Oh, Zero Sun's gone down. 273 grenades on him. Ah, you want to get them back for sure. And we have some Defenders fans. I love these little guys. Defenders are one of my favourite... No, they're my favourite item in this game mode for sure. They're awesome. They're my best friends. Who needs friends when you have Defenders? Although it's looking pretty tight here. Does he have healing? He does. Excellent. I was going to say. We've got item splitting. More green chip production from Mitbop there. Really lucky with how close to like a nice generous oil patch is to main as well. But you know, strict to form, there's no defense. And arguably, if you have a rocket at 1 hour and 50 minutes, you don't... Even if you have defense on south, like, the jump in Evo is going to be huge. You're looking at like, what, 80, 90%? Like, do you get behemoths off of one rocket? Or have they tweaked the numbers a little bit? I mean, either way, it's going to be pretty nasty to be on the receiving end of that. If, again, and lots of maybes, if, buts, etc. But... Ah, Carl spotted something. Jimmy didn't get oil. Speedrun over. We're ripping the speedrun. Interesting. Right. I'm going to go make a cup of tea, and I'll be back with you very soon. Get into that time of night, yeah, get something warm. Voice is going to go otherwise. It's been a good game so far. I'm really glad I tuned into this one, and it will continue to be a good game as well. It does get to above, got you, right, yeah, so we could be looking at real pain for the South if they can't get their defenses up in time, because 90% bugs, you're talking capsules, you're talking thick walls, at least flamers with light oil, but even then you're not really going to be that competitive. You need something like laser towers, and not only that, upgraded laser towers, which at 150, it's just not going to be the case. Anyway, kettle on, back in a sec. Okay, so my question. One of many, but we'll start with this. As PP Vale goes down. Rip. Yeah, alright, so 2 questions. Number 1. Should we change the music up? Let's see. Yeah, pirate music's been going for an hour. I like pirate music for sure. We'll definitely keep hold of this. What music type fits a game like this? Copyright free wizard music. Alright, I've typed in wizard music. Let's see what it pops out. Oh damn, this is a real thing. Okay. Trans. Oh mate, actually yeah, let's not do wizard music. Because wizard music looks a bit Harry Potter-ish, and I don't want to listen to Harry Potter for like an hour. Right, let's make sure we get the copyright-free one. Find something that's not like cyberpunk. Do you know what I mean? I don't want techno. Oh, that's what I used to run. Oh, drum and bass. I'm not going to run drum and bass today. But yeah, mate, I love a bit of drum bass. It just kind of fits really nicely. Here we go. Right, royalty-free. Techno, it's not the same. EDM's definitely not it. I just don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. That's all. Copyright free. Let's go.
Take notes. I'm not going to repeat myself.
So what? Here's what we're gonna do. 30 minutes of trance, followed by 30 minutes of ambient electro, and that should take us. It should take us all the way in. The pyramid grows. What do we think? Happy with this? Might need to just crank it down a wee bit because pirate music was quite loud, quite quiet. Sorry. So yeah, ambient electro for the end of the game, or when the rocket takes off, because I don't know if they're going to launch multiples or not. And you know me guys, if you don't like it, tell me. We'll turn it off, we'll change it. Although I'm streaming, I like to think of this as everybody's stream, right? So if you want me to look at something, tell me, hey man, let's look over at Carl's base to see what he's doing. There we go, boom. Prod ones. I wonder if Carl's going for a rocket. Surely not. Comparatively, Roomboggler's base. I mean, they've got the mixers up and running. That's pretty quick. That's actually really quick. And with these tiny smelting lines as well. I remember this now. Rune's not like a... It's all very compact. It's all very tight. Like what I see there. Smiling Natter and Clutch? Yeah, purple is probably a better shout. There's no way you have two... Because if you had a second rocket base, it's going to be behind. Like... It'll be way behind as well. Rune's going for... Oh, I love the yellow build. I'd love to see it. Because the way that you unseat a speed running style is you push the pressure. You pressurize the other team by pumping up the... Oh dear. Was he just like on a belt? Spinning around and he got hit by this guy. Oh dear, that's terrible. Yeah, luckily the South are getting their stuff down, but... Ah, got you. Yeah. I was worried what he was up to out there, because yeah, I think you've got to just rush them with something aggressive, but something that's deep. Blue wouldn't be great. Maybe it could be, but it's a bit expensive. Like blue, purple, yellow. A little bit of everything, maybe. So like 100 or 200 each at the perfect moment. You might see stuff. The way that the Biter's path, by the way, for anybody that hasn't played for a while, is that traditionally they're going to come at you in a straight line, if they can. But they also have these like meandering qualities where they'll sometimes like loop over and around stuff. So you can end up with a bug attack coming in directly horizontally. And that's dangerous, you know, you need to be careful about stuff like that. If the bugs get really strong, from like a yellow and a purple spam from the south, even though they're threat farming now, and yeah, it's actually minus 13k is a really nice number to be at the 1 hour and 14 mark. Yeah, that evolution going way up and the threat going way up, we could be looking at some really, really dangerous things happening to the north if they get it wrong. So this is all about finally balancing what's happening up here, and again, like, yeah, it's quick. I remember somebody was saying earlier, I think it was Amitai was saying that there is a delay once you hit blue to then transition to purple and to yellow. We might be seeing that potentially now. We'll go for go press 2, go into purple, then we get our red upgrades, and yeah, it's all pretty standard. The laser tower is on the cards for the south as well, so their main base just hasn't really taken off. Now, I'm not knocking it, but it just seems like maybe you could use an extra pair of hands down here. Or at the very least, push people out to the edges. You know, push people out and go, look mate, here, come to this mixed patch, grab as much stone as you can, and then just build walls like we're going to need them, so just build them. Oh dear. They've come in, boys, and they've smashed up a lot of stuff here, holy crap. Now again, at 11%, that's not too bad for the bugs, but still, that is a lot of steam engines that you had already that you then need to rebuild. So yeah, we need that wall to go up very soon. I see nice patterns being put down, that looks great. Stone's really flooding in now, which you love to see. And these walls should hopefully just absolutely take off in terms of numbers of built. It's not terrible from the south though. Not terrible at all. I wonder if the north are going to come into like power problems down the line. Oh, they have. They have power problems right now. I wonder what that's... why? Okay, and everything's got water, everything's running. They just need more. But yeah, Saturn power kind of hovering around the yellow-green area is not ideal. Especially as you want to go fast. It's not the end of the world. I mean, if they were in red, I'd be really worried about them, but oh, it was power! Ah, yeah, got you. Fake power. Which is comparative to like a base the size of the south, they've nailed it. Like, this is all really, really nice. Huge power blocks over there, and then an extra one over here that will eventually get, you know, filled up, so you love to see it. Interesting from Gravenlord here. What are we up to? Where is this coming from? Are we taking from main? Well, we're gonna power it anyway. So, yeah, we tick ever closer to that absolute ultimate timing. Meanwhile, we look over to the south base edge. Jesus, guys, calm down. It's only Monday. 330 bots for a small little base like this. That's perfect. What's Guido up to? Is that a cat yowling? Give me a sec. I'm just gonna. I wonder why he's yowling. He should be asleep. In fact, he's always asleep. Back in a second, guys. Oh my god, yeah, cool. No problems. He's had his sleeping spot stolen by my dog and he's not happy. Oh, what he doesn't realise, and what he obviously wouldn't know, in a few weeks' time he's going to have a whole radiator to himself that he can sleep on. And I think he's going to enjoy not being in London. Graven, what is the plan for this? Are we having some very high level ideas at the 1 hour and 20-minute mark. Oh dear, boys. You know what? If the captain's asked for it, then that's absolutely fine. But I do like the fact that they've begun to stitch their flame network in. Hope that down the line as well they can thicken this wall. They're going to need it. You know, and I think they know and they've identified that they need to seal this off as much as possible. I can do a nuke. What is happening here? I'm baffled. What are we doing? It's not grief. It looks like they're reorganizing stuff. But you know you can just underground through here, right? You just like drag and it'll... You don't have to click on them. The same as this. What's going on? Ooh, slight hit on the smelting here. Luckily, or hopefully, a box didn't go down. Losing a box would still be really big deal. 1K walls, guys. You need them. You need them everywhere. Somebody grab the 1K walls and slap them down. Properly slap them down, because then you won't have stuff like this happen, right? Oh, did we get any sends? Probably not. 12.1%. Laser turrets being researched from north. Carl is blueprinting down even more smelting. Ooh. And that is just the extra little kick in the nuts. Eventually, when it turns on. Do we have any counter punches? Oh, we do. We flipping do. Oh, that's a spicy meatball. So, on both sides, we see preparation of a counterplay, counterpunch. Want to call it that, maybe? Okay, like this as well. Some laser turrets being built too, because they're going to need to defend. You're out here on your own. It's like the Wild West. You need to keep yourself defended at all times. And it's not a lot, but it's turned on now. Purple on both sides. If I was on South, I would be screaming for this to just... Somebody join me, right? Build a car. Where are these walls at? Grab everything out of this chest. Split it between two of you. One person starts here. The other person starts here. By the time you've put them all down, the box will be about half full again. Come back, start again. Literally, there's 600 walls in one person. I like it. It's got a good vibe to it, man. I really wanted to see if I could get do you remember Tekken? Like jungle drum and bass style fighty music. Oh shit, clutch just through. We're at 50% already. So how much was that? Let's take a look at the mutagen log real quick. At the 83rd minute, 463 purple signs got sent. And it's 39-point jump. Now they're still negative threat, but that won't last long because there's no way they can keep killing these bugs at 50%. Even if the defenders are upgraded, they're chunky now. This is around about the time where I would stop. What's going on? Some splitter issues. So the North now are going to start to see their threat number increase, and we're going to eventually most likely see this threat number become positive. When that number becomes positive, the entire map will begin to aggress, and the bugs are now 51% evolved. That's not unplayable, but it is it's painful. You need a lot of resources to down the larger bugs, and 51.9% is a great opening jab. Do you know, it's not even a jab, it's more of an uppercut. If we're talking fighting terms here, this is more of like a knee to the ribs. The North have pretty much set out from the word go, they're not defending. They're not building a wall, they don't believe in them. They're just going to run fast. They're going to run away from the threat. And as I've been talking, the threat farming, We've lost nearly 1,000 threat, going slowly into the positive for the North as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can keep this up. I'll follow Zero Sum a little bit, but you know, these guys will evolve beyond the small stage. So we've got some small bugs here. There'll be some mediums, which are denoted by a pinkish shell. Here we go, these guys. And we'll also see some big bugs, which are denoted by blue shells. These guys. Blue bugs are faster, they have more health. As you can see, a single grenade doesn't do anything. You need multiple grenades to kill them. And this is why it's kind of going to become impossible for them to continue to threat farm much beyond this point. If in another 5 minutes, another 400 purple signs gets thrown, or then like another 200, they get even stronger, the threat goes up, and before you know it, all of these waves are crashing into all of your base. And I just don't understand the no defense concept. And I've made a name from winning games off of defense alone, so obviously it's counter to what I would normally do, but it'd be interesting to see what they do. Emergency flame is down. Here we go. Faster research. Okay, so the labs on North aren't fully firing, or Mill is letting them down a little bit. But for me, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm at panic stations at this point in time. I'd be nervous though. If I was Zero Sun right now, I'd be driving my car around looking at the waves going, most of this is still small, right? Because you have a mixture of a wave. Not everything turns big, not everything turns medium. But there's going to come a point where the wave is going to be majoritively blue-shelled stuff. And then later on, obviously, green-shelled stuff for behemoths. And that's when you have to tell your team, guys, I can't stay here. My car is dying. I'm running out of defenders. They're catching me up and actually landing damage on me whereas before I could outrun them. So we're at that point in the game where you have to make a decision. Do you stick to this? Or do you put down some more solid defenses, you know? For instance, like a set of flamers in a box with a wall around it. So you could potentially, if you wanted to, I'm not saying you do this, you create like a small box with pretty thick walls. You say that's like a double wall. And then inside of there, you have flamers just shooting out. And then all you do is you run the bugs around that box with the flame kind of coming out of it. Once they notice they're getting DPS'd, like outside of the box, they then kind of either melt or they fight through, leaving you alone to kind of continue it on. You need lots of little pockets of areas like that to kind of kite the bugs through, but here we go. Now the waves are majoritively blue. A lot of the smaller guys have died out, and we're left with big bugs. And a single grenade has less value now. It does less. You know, you're going to get stuck a little bit quicker. They're actually catching him up. We're in a dangerous position now. You know, you can continue threat farming, that's fine. But if we get to 60-70%, there's no way. You'd need very heavy upgrades. You need to be deep in the upgrade tree. No, it's on a mad one today. Oh no. Oh dear. First this. Meanwhile, if we scan around, Room Boggler is chesting a little bit of everything. I don't think they go for a rocket, right? Ah, here we go, counterpunch, right. 550 purple goes over to the south, and we now see them sat at 54%. The difference being, the south have some defenses in some of their base. But they're missing flame turrets in a large part of this area here to the east. Ah, right. So they've named it 150 Rocket to catch them out. Yeah, got you, right. So it's a diversion, effectively. We'll set them up in one way and then throw them off by a different game plan, sorry. My nerves for the south here are pretty simple. Their base is wide open to attacks here and probably around here. What? Cheap? Nah, bruh. I ban this guy. Here we go. Let's do this. Yeah, I know, right? Ban. It's a bot account. I know. I'm famous. I've been spammed. They're so far. But firstly, nice to have you with us, Kobe. Hope you're having a good week. I'm unemployed. Sorry, I'm less than employed at the moment. So, yeah, exactly. I don't need more bots. You're all here. I'm nervous. I'm nervous in many different ways. Firstly, it's anemic at best out here. You know, a one thick wall is just ridiculous. Frabj, hey, thank you for the raid, mate. Hope you're having a good Monday. I am, kind of, yeah. So yes, I'm having a good Monday. Oh, you were at SteelAxCon. Oh, how'd that go, dude? That must have been mega. I don't know much about Vienna, but it looks like a great, lovely part of the world. Yeah, sorry, as we were going back to the South's defense, at the main kind of front end of their fortress, they're fine. You know, they have some flamers down, but I'm worried about areas where there are no defenses. So out here, the bugs can easily chew their way through without getting any kind of damage put onto them. And secondly, you should have enough flamer towers down. Or built, in fact, sorry, if I can get my words out. Here we go, a box of 3. I mean, it's better than 0, I guess. They've made 62 though, so there is enough here, I believe, to go all the way around the edges of the base. Here we go. Here's a big wave. This is how you normally defend. Obviously, the North aren't really too interested in building a wall, but the wall keeps them at bay, whilst the flamer kind of sprays onto them, DPSs them down, and all you're effectively losing is quite a cheap wall that you can replace really easy. So, North researchless. They are follower accounts. I believe their threat farmer was complaining that he can only throw out 5 defenders at a time. And if that's the case, obviously these big bugs can absolutely blow them up. Great city, great company, lots of food. Mate, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. And obviously, welcome. I'm going to do some streaming. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but we'll give it a go. This is just a standard Monday. I'm trying to keep myself busy, right? I've never had this much free time in my life before, so I don't want to kind of just sit at home all day or just live in the gym. If any of you guys have any kind of things like learning a language or take up a certain skill, please feel free to put it into chat and I'll give it a go, because I've got 3 weeks of trying not to go crazy with nothing to do. And the captain is... Are they purple-yellow? I haven't seen any purple-yellow in the... build so far, although they're ready for it. They're more than ready to switch yellow on. But parts of their base are being aggressed onto. And at this size as well. Right Factorio mod, learn a little lure. Oh, programming stuff. Yeah, could do actually, could go travelling. But then I've just taken a mortgage. I need to save money, boys. I'm not broke, but... Yeah. Hey Ness, enchanté. Oh yeah, also this. Nura did this. We don't know if Nura is okay at the moment, so we're treading lightly, but Does anybody know like the number for like French psychiatrists? This surely doesn't work. I mean... No, but that's where all my money's gone. It's not that I don't have any, it's all in one thing. It's a monster, isn't it? It's unnecessary. Now they're behind. Yeah. I was joking with stream, I was joking on Runeboggler's stream about turning the adverts up to maximum. Just literally just play like marbles with friends and then run 20 adverts in between every game. Just be an absolute scumbag. We're not doing that. Yeah. You know me, mate. I'm not here for the cash. It's not for me. It's just good fun. I enjoy it. And genuinely, I wouldn't be playing tonight, but watching, yeah, I could watch. So obviously, I'm the referee here too. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're in. Just like that. Sideswipe. Blitzy is not strong enough, obviously. And they're going to slam into this power. This is horrible. We talk every week I stream, talk about this sideswipes. Get it into your head, guys. Lock it in. If you want to play this game a long time, they're not going to come through the front door or they come through the side door. They always do. Luckily, This is power which they can afford to lose. You don't want to lose it, but you can afford to lose this, and a shotgun is not enough, Graven Lord. You're going to need a lot of grenades. 71% for the northern threat, and it's closing in on being positive here, but I would be asking for people to come and help. I mean, we have one small cluster of red ammo. You could probably try and drag them towards this, but generally speaking, this is, yeah, here we go. This is what you really need. Flamer turrets, but you need them out here. You need them in a line, because this will be happening all over this front wall here. Here we go. They'll be coming through the edges here. They'll be coming through the corners. And just generally speaking, like if you can't see it, expect it to be a problem area. So this is what you want to see. 2 flamers with a pod in the middle, joined up to another 2 flamers, and the flamer kind of pattern overlaps each other so that you can have 2 flamers hit it. Here we go, perfect. This is what should be happening all around the wall on the south. Multiple flamers hitting multiple bugs and just blowing them up. And hopefully the person doing it isn't the one that dies, but the wall survives, we continue on. Having them kind of here is just, yeah, it's terrible, man. Very worried about this. Again, and we said earlier, like gun turrets are just not the play. This is a waste of resources from the south, unfortunately. But new players obviously don't know that, so they're going to make those kind of mistakes, aren't they? Again, we don't want to lose your rocket silo, and that is, yeah, that is something that they are dangerously close to. So what I would do, what most normal, sane people would do. Oh, Room Boggler goes down as well. Oof. Carl throws. We're up to 68% now on the south, so there's no joke. You cannot continue to threat farm beyond this point, really. 70% is basically the limit. It's taking a while. Like, you're going to run out of defenders faster than you can build them. Oh, that's a huge hit. Smiling and Carl's base have been absolutely eviscerated. That's a lot of smelting going down. Oh, I hate to see it. And power as well. It's going to be a long time before you can get that back up. Meanwhile, up north... Oh, no, sorry, not Carl. What am I talking about? Watch. Sorry, my eyes. Non-upgraded lasers are going down in a small wall by Carl's outpost, so they have some defenses. And they're still threat farming. Okay. Califer Bot with a cheeky little 174 to even us up 71% to 71%. I wonder why they're sending in small amounts like that. Wouldn't you just throw a big combined, 200? Either way, the pressure's on the south for sure. It's taken them far too long to get this wall up. 1 hour 30, you should have squared this away. You could make an argument as well. You could have compressed your base in a little, closer too. This is me just nitpicking here, but instead of having to run this distance, you could have brought that wall a lot closer to yourself. I'm just arguing the toss here because, generally they just haven't worked the wall out particularly well, but you could have a wall that's like this size, and maybe like here, and then all of this area, dead space to you. You don't have to defend any of this, right? Keep yourself nice and compact, and not have to deal with it, because the idea is that you're not going to be building beyond red and blue, right? But this... It's weird because you've got the pipes down. Somebody's been out here. Somebody's been out here sticking pipes down, but they just didn't bring the flames with them. That's wild. Did Tio have any on him? He did. He had 6. Literally, you just keep building across, building across, building. I mean, this is... I guess there's probably a lot more newer players here anyway, so... yeah, there's going to be people making mistakes like this, but yeah. This is how games are lost that could have gone on for a long period of time. Things like this. Ghosted wall on the edge of the base. And as we all know, sideswipes are a real thing. They're not just in my nightmares, they're in the game as well. So yeah, unfortunate. This might be the end of the south, unless they can bounce it back. The north are still contending with minus 3k, so they're kind of balancing out the threat a little bit, but I believe the moment that Zero Sun gets killed off, or for instance the bugs get, pumped up a little bit more, he's going to be unseated from this setup here. Hito and Zero Sun can continue on like this. Even if you have 200 to 300 defenders in your pockets, they're going to run out really fast. As you can see now, it's taking a while to kill these waves off, and they're pejoratively blue Geld bugs. So yeah, once that threat goes positive, we're in for a world of pain. And they're big and strong enough now to tear through stuff like this. It's not going to take them more than a minute to get through all of this stuff here. So yeah. But the yellow sending is happening. Slowly, but it's happening. Take a look at how much has been sent in total. 1200 from north to south, 1400 from south to north, and 375 yellow. And we've got 10 more minutes. Alright, Greedo goes down. That's 2. And what do we achieve out here? Not a lot. Oh no, Rimboggler's in for a world of pain. He's got his capsules though. You love to see it. What he's currently doing, and we haven't managed to cover this just yet. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. What he has is a poison capsule, which is the blue cloud, you can see just here on the screen, followed up by a slowdown capsule, which will slow the pack and sit them inside this DPS cloud. And that's how you kill bugs off late game. Or you flamer them, and then poison capsule them. But a DPS is even the largest of the bugs. This is a great way of defending yourself. And obviously, Clutch and Smiling want to stay here. They've built up relevant defenses to do that, so. Okay. You'd love to see it. Right, the South have managed to get their shit together. They've got some flamers down. There's a couple of bosses at the wall as well, so yeah, get worried about that. Another 360 purple goes across, which means that the North are now dealing with 75.2. There is 0.1% difference between the North and the South evolution. That we'll really get to see now whose base is holding out. At 2,500 threat. Yeah, they're holding it, but not by much. Another 100 goes across to 76.6. No rocket launch as of yet. I don't think that's the play. As far as I'm aware, I've never actually tested this, but I believe poison capsules stack. Not indefinitely, but it does cap out at some point. So I think I've always noticed like an increase of damage, but not like a double, triple, quadruple type thing. It just feels like there's just like an extra 10 DPS or 100 DPS. And if you have to, shoot it. It feels like it does though. It probably doesn't, but it feels like it does. Yeah, it makes me feel big and strong when I throw 6 of them all at once. I thought they did. But not by much. We're not talking about, oh, big wave. Yeah, this wall's still very thin, very anemic. Oh, it doesn't cap. Ah, right. So you could just throw 100 on the ground and be like, deal with it. Or if you had 10 players, they could throw 1 each. And that would be like massive DPS. So yeah, this is the play. Yellow from the main base. Is Jimmy still building? There's no way they have... I mean, in 8 minutes time, there's no way they launch a rocket. So yeah, we got debated pretty hard. Alright, what was it? Ambient Electro. Let me just scroll back through chat. We were talking about music we wanted to stick on. Ambient Electro. There we go. We've done a little bit of this. Today I learned. Basic capsule that creates a large, long-lasting cloud at the target area, dealing 8 poison damage, twice a second, 230 seconds out of 20 seconds. Multiple poison capsules can stack. Oh. And yes, somebody finally found it. Right, let's see if we can get a different set of music on for hopefully not the end of the game, but we're closing in now to what I would believe is near the end. Synthwave, no thanks. Jazz, maybe jazz, if I can't find any ambient electro. But Dr. K Kong did mention some kind of relaxing electro music to kind of see the game out, and I'm down. I just may need to make sure it's copyright free, otherwise I get, in trouble. I don't like lo-fi, mate. Holy crap. Let's just go electro. I might not be able to find ambient stuff. Also, if you have a playlist that you like to listen to, feel free to send it to me and I'll stick it on. Right. EDM music? No. Trap? No. What? I didn't even type in trap. What are you talking about? EDM again? My algorithm? Have I been algorithmed? Let's watch a boss die. Gaming music? No. EDM? What? Typed in electro. What are you talking about? I can't find any ambient music, mate. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm scrolling through. I can't find a single good. No, I can't find a single copyright-free one. Unless my algorithm's completely screwed up. I'll stick this on for now. Oh, and another breakthrough. Luckily, they do go back to the walls, which means they're going to sit in the fire a little bit. But yeah, these guys are rampaging at the moment through the base. This is just really big, man. There's so much dead space here. And were they planning on building into this space? Now they're just chesting stuff as well. Oh yeah, this is game. For one of the teams. 82% on the south, 75 up north. They're thickening the walls out though, to be fair to them. Drop this down. One person can stack at 40 capsules before they decay. Ah yeah, because eventually they're going to go out, aren't they? Or fade away. Interesting concept though. If you had multiple people, you could have like, you know, a boss for instance. Everybody group around the boss and just start capsuling, you know? Yeah, man. We're 20 minutes later and they still haven't finished off all of these flamer walls, and you can't just use them like that. Pick that up. What are you doing? These are expensive. That's not grief, but that's such a waste. Using these items as a wall. Like, that's not great, mate. I'm gonna be honest. Go and pick them up, mate. I'm not losing respect for you, but like, don't do this. Pick these up, mate. Or stick one down. Hey, there we go. We're learning. Now, I know he's a big scary boss, but still, you know, we don't have a lot of those flame towers. We can't afford to give them away like that. Yeah, 79% up north, 82 for the south, and yeah, they are getting rocked at the moment. There's openings in their base. So what is this teamwork? I've never heard of it. And the yellow send continues. They've sent 800 so far. Outpost is getting a little bit of trouble. Are they transitioning at all to anything other than purple? Just doubling down on purple. That's it. This is how we're going to unseat them. I mean, I know what it's meant to mean, but... here we go. The mixers have been hit. Is this the end for the south? Have they been outdone? Because I'm kid you not, if this wave was aggressive, it would tear through the north space. If they were to run down, obviously we're at negative threat. Yeah, it's jumping rapidly up, so... It's when you bet all of your channel points on the north winning, and then you play on the south, and you just, you know, pull up a couple walls, it's fine. Only a few hours worth of playing anyway. I'm not that invested in playing and winning, am I? Okay, so they're throwing the kitchen sink. Everything is going across now. Blue's going, we've got yellow throws from Califer across. Small amounts of yellow though. And we're walking towards that 90% marker, which means we're going to get behemoths. And there's no way at that point Zero Sun can continue to threat farm. And the same way that the south. Oh. That's a good point actually. They haven't had anybody picking players for them for a while. And we have people on the side here. Yeah, let's see if they might nominate somebody to be captain. And it might be one of the outposts, like Clutch or Smiling. What is the command? Yeah, because at the moment the South can't pick any players because the soldier's not in the game, which I'm worried about slightly. Also, their power's kind of done. It's not looking good for them, boys. I don't think they're going for Rocket, mate. I think they baited all of us with the name of the team. They've gone for yellow and just stopped. Genuine. Ooh, okay, replace. Ooh. Clutch, probably. Just because he knows players. Yeah, I know it's a bit random that, but yeah, you need somebody who knows who the players are. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be picking randoms. So yeah, they baited all of us. They got really, really quick. It looked like they were closing in on a rocket, but if we look at the silo, it's nowhere to be seen. We've hit that 150 rocket. So yeah, Caliphate keeps sending some yellow out. They still dealing with power problems though? Yeah, they've had power problems for a while. They just slapped a load of mixers down. So what we were laughing at earlier with Neuro's mega pyramid of copper is fed all of these mixers. And now it's just whichever team can reach 90% first will win, and it'll probably be the South hitting that 90% because they've got yellow up. I don't see anything else happening. Like, Sticklord has a laser base, that's kind of cool, but it's not made loads of them. The wall is still anemic in certain areas, it doesn't exist over here. Pyramid is absolutely horrible. Some upgrades on the laser, that's great. We do have yellow from Boggler now, so potentially we could see like a big yellow send. Have these guys made anything? Made one? Power's bouncing, man. Some of the buildings, oh, that's heartbreaking. Get all the way to the end. And then, just as you're building yellow, most of your mixers get taken out. Again, down here too. Oh, that's absolutely heartbreaking. They're coming in here though. They're coming in from this area. Oh, look at that. They want to switch on, but they can't. That was terrible. Hey, Thomas. How's it going, mate? I think we're near the end of the game. I'm quite sure the South aren't really going to survive this, or it would take a miracle for them to really win over this position. Main base is very big, it's sprawling. Lots of new players in main though, lots of new players, so we're lacking in direction for some time now. Power's been an issue for a while. In fact, everything's been an issue for a while. It's almost like, where do you start when it comes to... Oh mate, congratulations. You got the results today. Nice, mate. So, is it university next? Is that a different system? Or, you guys call it college, right? University? Oh, mate. University is a great time, mate. Great time. Not just because you get to party all the time, but yeah, a lot of my friends I've known, even until now, I've met when I was at university. Really good people. Hand place lasers when needed. Yeah, good luck. Do you know what you're studying yet, or are you still looking at courses? Rune is not having a good time, mate. The thing is, they're getting in. Yeah, they're getting in here. They're rolling around your laser production. We're going positive for the North, though. We're going positive on North very soon. And when that happens, they're going to get run over. Informatic, got you, nice. Hey mate, congratulations. Number one, congratulations on passing high school and getting the pass. And number two, yeah, just make sure you choose the right one. Do you know which one you're going to, or are you still selecting which ones you want to apply for and stuff? I completely forgotten how you actually do it because it's been such a long time since I did. I had like one main one and a backup, and the main one chose me, so I was like, excellent. Yeah, I feel like we're just waiting. We're at 91 already, Jesus. Ooh, yeah. I'd be not very happy, man. Is Rune left? Is this king out here? 16 different ones. Oh, that's good though. That's really nice. You got the one you're actually wanting to get. Yeah, mate. Good job. Really good job. Well done, mate. I'm proud of you, mate. It's a big step going to university. You're going to enjoy it. Just don't party all the time, mate. You need to learn something whilst you're there, yeah? I met some people that partied too much and then they never finished. You know, there are people that have been like 20 years going to uni. Alright, Zero Sun goes down. The threat will climb. And we're going to see some negative. We're going to see some negative numbers turn into positive. And all of a sudden, the North are in a not great spot. You kind of need the South to push another 5 or 6% here to get them to 90. Because at the moment, yeah, you've got walls and stuff, but like behemoths will come through. And these big green shelled guys, they hit hard. There's lots and lots of HP on them. And this is the final boss. But not the final boss, because there are boss versions of this, but yeah, you need all hands to the pump at this stage now. Behemoths are no joke, and they take ages to kill. So they are killable, but you just need to be careful. Oil has been torn to pieces. Yeah, did Rune leave? Or is he just spectating? Oh, he's spectating. Oh, fair enough. He might not be too happy about building up the outpost and then getting smashed up. Sticklord goes down in his base. Oh no. It just seems really... almost is how I describe the South. Almost got there. They almost had the winning hand. And then the speed of the North just completely overtook them. Yeah. They have defenses down though. If you were to get a lot more flamers in, and you could lock yourself in here for a while. Okay. Imagine a captain's game without threat. I'd always threat farm, mate. Always, always, always. Yeah, mate, enjoy your night out. Enjoy it. And congratulations as well. I know I'm just some guy on the internet, but I'm proud of you, mate. It's a big step. Well done. Congratulations. Oh, it brings me back to my uni days, of which we will never speak again. Yeah, they're just cruising into this, aren't they? 93%, 86 up north. Finally a wall goes down, but that won't be enough, Rafe. Not even close. The threat farming's over. Or it continues. Okay, they're carrying it on. Oh, with a tank. Okay. Something makes me think this isn't the best play to make. I guess once there's no behemoths on the map, then not the worst thing in the world. So what Jimmy 50 effectively relies on is people threat farming for him in order for him to be quick. Without the threat farming, which means wouldn't you spam earlier? Like, doesn't that make a ton of sense that you just spam them out like green, red, green early? They're done. They're not building a rocket. They've gotten to yellow and that's it. Yeah. And I think what they're going to do is save for like 1,000 and then just send one large portion of... But again, if you can get the North to 90%, the attacks don't have to come directly where they're building that wall. Here. The attacks can come from here, you know, from the side areas. So I'm still... It might be that the South start dying as the North go positive, but as you can see here, yeah, even with some upgrades on the lasers, like, they're no match for behemoths. No match at all. And that's a lot of lasers going down. This could be it. 88%, nearly there. Nearly at 90. When they hit 90, the North will be dealing with these guys. These big green guys. So, the only chance they have, they take bloody ages to down as well. Look how long it takes to kill this guy. Yeah, this is grim. Let's switch the music up for the very end of the game. Don't know if this is going to be any good. Season 1 of Car vs. Tanks. And the waves just keep flooding in. Oh. Terrible. Why would I stick that on? The worst music thing I've ever heard in my life. Here we go. That's a bit more like it. No wonder they went for their shooting upgrades earlier. Stuff like this. They knew they were going to be threat farming right at the end. They've just kept it in the negative. Fair play. Fair play. But yeah, that's it, I think. That's the game. The South have been kind of bitten into in terms of the wall of the base. It won't take long for the Biters to make all their way all the way towards the objective and finish it off. I need to go back on this one and take a look, but there must be ways of messing around and kind of unsettling speedrun playstyle. Maybe that's when I captain a game. We'll try and grab a load of people that want to see if they can beat the speedrunners. You know, we'd have to have a very specific strategy, but I think I might just challenge Jimmy50 to a run. Recruit a couple of people like Runebogler and a couple of outposters and 97.6 to 88, yeah, and they've sent a lot of yellow so far, haven't they? Almost 2,000 yellow has been sent, so yeah, we're not far from an ending here. It'll come from the place you least expect it. Here we go, like the side here. All of a sudden, a large group of spitters just make it towards you, hit your car, you're dead. RIP car. And yeah, thanks for everyone for joining me today. Obviously, we'll watch this all the way to the end, and then we'll try and raid somebody. Let's do a Monday raid. We'll throw you guys out to another Factorio. Is there anybody online that you guys know that you want me to throw you out to? We'll get to that later. We're not done just yet. But we are very... In fact, yeah, we are done right now. GG's. Well, that's an interesting one. I've never seen a game like that before, where they don't defend until the very end. And then they threat farm. They threat farm right near the very end of the game. So I was only going to do one today. I'm not going to do multiple games because it's Monday after all. I don't want to be staying up till like 5 in the morning. So yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll probably stream every day of the week, I think. Why not? Gives me something to do. Yeah, I'll do that. Tell you what, but I'll choose a different game. So I'll see if there's another game that you guys want to watch and play. And maybe I'll try and find a game we can all play. Because I know there's ones where you can get chat to play with you. Like they can click on the screen and interact and stuff. So yeah, cheers for being here with us. Let's go and raid Runebogler. I think he probably needs a bit of encouragement after that, because that wasn't a great, what's the word I'm looking for? That's not a fun thing to be involved with. So let's raid Rune. Boom. How do I know if I'm doing it? Hang on, looks like I do this, don't I? Raid. How do I... Sorry, I just want to make sure I type this in right, because I don't want to raid the wrong guy. And all of a sudden it's, yeah. Yeah, it is. I've typed that in right. Right. Thanks for joining us, guys. And I will see you at the next one. GG's. Well played, everyone involved. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's do this tomorrow. We'll do something different. And we'll just see how we go. Try and keep myself sane. But other than that, have a good night. And I'll catch you around the way. Bye.